Okay, that is the sign to say, please ensure that your mobile phones are on silent. If you could take a moment to make sure that your phones are on silent, we will start the proceedings of today's inaugural session. So, my name is Madhuvanti Ghosh. I'm the All-Staff Curator of Indian Art from the Art Institute of Chicago. And I'm delighted to see all of you and to welcome the Secretary Culture and to the Salarjung Museum on behalf of Dr. Reddy and all the team at Salarjung. The Art Institute of Chicago, as part of the Vivekananda Memorial Program for Museum Excellence, in this, the third year of the program, is collaborating with the Salarjung Museum to launch the third year of our program. And what we would like to do is tell you a wee bit about the program, but you will learn a lot more about it in the speeches that follow. The program was set up in memory of Swami Vivekananda, who in 1893 presented a landmark speech at the site which is today the Art Institute of Chicago, which is, for those of you who haven't been to Chicago, one of the great museums of the world. And as part of this collaboration between the Ministry of Culture and the Art Institute of Chicago, we have launched a program which looks to creating the leaders, the museum leaders of the future, and to work with all of your institutions collaboratively so that India has a thriving field in the realm of museums and of arts management. So it gives me great pleasure to welcome Secretary Culture, Shri Ravindra Singh, to the Salarjung Museum today. And at this point, I would like to invite him to garland the portrait of Salarjung III. And now, if I could please request Shri Singh and Mr. David Thurm, COO of the Art Institute, and Dr. Reddy, to please light the lamp of knowledge. And now, if I could please request Shri Singh and Mr. David Thurm, COO of the Art Institute, and Dr. Reddy, to please light the lamp of knowledge.
Also have it in the Freedom Museum in the Red Fort. So I think the basic thing is we have to focus on volumes also, and not only on quality and getting people who are discerning museum goers. And that is the challenge actually which I think we need to address, is that while we are making our museums places of excellence, they should not merely be places of academic research catering to a limited clientele, but we should have an outreach program by which we get footfalls. And the closest thing I can look at in the Ministry of Culture is the Natural Science Museums, where their outreach is very great. And the reason why they've been successful is that consistently they have been targeting students. And they've not been targeting students through guides or academics, but the actual teachers themselves. So the outreach of science museums is done by teachers. So they interact with the teachers, they train the teachers, and the teachers then bring in their students and let the students know what everything is about. So this lack of knowledge or lack of appreciation, that outreach is done through the teachers and not merely through a guide or two. So you shouldn't see what I've seen very often in National Museum in Delhi, is children just walking through. And the kind of footfalls we have to aim for, I think the National Museum is touching 3.5 lakhs or something at the moment, from what I remember. But if you look at the Beijing Museum in China, it gets 7 million people. And out of that, only 500,000 are foreign tourists, so 6.5 million are domestic tourists. So how do we get that kind of outreach? What are the targets we have? And what are the strategies we have both to cope with those volumes in physical terms, where's the parking, where are the facilities for children, have we even thought of special places for children where they keep their school bags and whatever. So these are things which we have to change our style of functioning and thinking. And I think we've only done the very basic fundamentals at the moment, which is like, say, any housewife would do, any person who keeps a house would do, just to keep the basics going. But we have to have a vision and a way to look forward. And I think that is the challenge before us, is to how do we get people in, and how do we educate them, and how do we get them to think. And I'd like to congratulate you, of course, on the Jatan program, because that's a huge achievement. But before we start, patting ourselves in the back, ASI has just the combined effort in Jatan so far is 10,000 objects. And ASI has just uploaded all its antiquities, and they're 2.75 lakhs. So that is the kind of, we should not think that go over the board on and say that, we are doing a great job, but you see what someone else has done. So that is the kind of resource we have, the kind of skills we have. And I'm told that now they're even making a bridge by which you can transfer the data from Jatan to the National Monuments Authority website and vice versa. So we have to increase our speed of work and of, as I said, think in terms of volumes and footfall also. Then the other issue I would like to raise is, besides digitization, some museums have also done a MOU with Google, which has been very beneficial. So I don't know if all of you have done this, but I think that's a very great way of reaching